Welcome to Paint Yourself into the Picture, healing conversations to help us create the best and rosiest picture of our lives. I'm Reba and I'm so glad you're here. My guest today is Merita but Shoshan, a bringer of the rose energy, awakening and reuniting of the sisterhood of the rose. Thank you for being here, Merita.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm very pleased to join you in this beautiful program of yours, all the way from Israel, connecting to the United States. Beautiful bridge of roses.
Right. I'm feeling the rose energy, and it's fascinating. Before I met you, I actually had never heard of the Sisterhood of the Rose. So tell us about it. I know you call your journey the Rose Way. Share what that's all about, please.
Right. Okay. At the age of 52, my soul knocked on my door and just pushed me out of all the comfortable place I was living in. So I would go out and find out something that I didn't know about. I was living in a community called kibbutz in Israel, that everything is done for you, and it was truly the most amazing comfort zone. But after 2 years of fighting it, because it was not so instant, I just left with one suitcase and went off to find out what was it all about. I knew that my heart was saying, go and find true love, but I didn't understand what it was. I had no idea. So I took off, and it has been a journey of discovery, finding out what is this rose that I was seeing everywhere. I went to Portugal for a while, where I was born. I met people who also taught me a few things about this big puzzle that I had no idea about. And then I continued my journey. I came back to Israel and I moved a lot around. About 12 times I moved. But it was always to find a group of people that taught me something, that allowed me to fill up the blanks in this puzzle. And it was what my soul wanted. Go and find out things, go and experience. But everywhere I was, there were rose bushes. Mm-hmm. There were roses everywhere. And I started to get the message. There is something about rose. Mm. And soon enough, I found out that there was a sisterhood of the rose that existed in many times on Earth, right from Atlantis until now. And this was a group of women, very wise, with amazing gifts, who got together many times secretly, and they worked for the peace and harmony of certain places. So I started to understand that I was part of this group, that I once had been in one of these groups. And I understood my mission was to bring this again to Israel, to women who are now very much into finding their own divinity. Mm. The rose is a symbol of the divine feminine. And this is what I am doing. It's like reviving this energy, gathering the women who were once part of one of those groups. And I do that by posting my channel paintings. I channel art. And this vibration of the rose comes through my paintings. And when I post them on Facebook, women who react to them are usually touched by the rose. Mm-hmm. because these paintings have codes, and when you have been one of these women, then you start to remember. So this
Interesting.
is the Rose Way, and my journey has been to find it again and bring it out so many women can remember.
I see. So you're calling the other women through your channeled paintings. You're calling them through your heart and through your art. And so this is not a club where you get membership and pay membership dues, or what is it? Does it have a formal structure to it, or are you just connecting?
I am just connecting. I do not call it a business. I do not call it a group that is defined. I know that I am here to touch women who are already awake and are feeling that there's something they must know, something that they must remember.
Mm.
Those women who see my paintings and react to them are those that I would love to work with, because what I do is a kind of, it's not a kind of, it is an initiation.
Right. So tell us a little bit about the initiation of the rose energy. What's that about?
A year ago, I received 9 channeled paintings that have the rose codes and the new energy codes. I started experimenting with them to know exactly what they are about. And when I work with people in this visual way, they react in amazing ways. It's like I through these paintings, they are very deeply touched and awakened, and they are connected to the divine in them. More so with those who were connected to these rose groups, to the Sisterhood of the Rose, but they can touch anyone who wants to awake their divinity. I worked with men as well, with this rose energy. They also have their feminine side that is trying to wake up now.
Yeah.
So this rose energy works in every single way to awaken in a very simple way, a visual way. I just guide people through a meditation. I show them the paintings, and they integrate it in themselves.
So let me ask you, just so people listening can get a kind of a more of a hold of what you're talking about, what might be kind of a before and an after? You know, here's the person before the initiation, and then they have this experience with you and with the rose energy, and what differences might they see in their lives after they've been awakened to the rose energy?
I will tell you about people who have done it, and they tell me that they were already connected to very feminine aspects within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But when they did this initiation, it was very profound. It really connected them in ways that they could not imagine. Some of the women comment on changing their lives.
Yes.
Many opportunities coming to them, great expansion, and it's really beautiful. Some of them are now transmitters of the rose themselves. They are able to transmit this rose energy in whatever they do. If you are a writer, you write with this kind of energy. If you are a speaker, you transmit this rose energy while you talk. And it is very moving, because one of my visions is this rose is going to form a grid all over the planet. Women are the carriers of this energy. And when they are truly in touch with this vibration, they can transmit it on.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this is a very important call, and I'm totally dedicated to it.
Yeah.
These initiations are done one-to-one or through Skype. I have people, women who've done it in Australia, in Europe, in Canada, in the United States. So it's very easy nowadays to do it like this. Yes.
Yes. So that's the sisterhood of the rose. These are the people who have been awakened, whether through you or maybe through some other source, to the energy, this particular energy. So it's a little bit different. There's a lot of women that I've spoken to, even on this show, who are devoted to Kuan Yin, or to Mary, or to other divine feminine beings. So this is a little bit different from that, or is it the same, but just in a different kind of, from a different angle?
I am glad that you touched it, because I didn't know if it was appropriate to bring it up, but I have been guided by Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene.
Mm-hmm.
These are the two energies of women who were connected to the rose when they were living in Israel. There was a group surrounding Jesus at that time, and they were holding the energies of the rose and the wisdom, and they worked together. That is why I understood that I am supposed to bring this energy back to Israel. I was part of that group then.
So that was a group of women working at that time.
Yes, there was
and
a group.
Why don't we ever hear about that? Where were they? How did you find out about them?
Oh, there are things written about it.
Yeah.
Yes. There
Tell
were,
us.
apart from the apostles, there were women around, and they followed him. There's a lot of uh, written articles about the women being the ones being at the crucifixion. The apostles all ran away. They couldn't take it. The women were there. And it's very beautiful, because this is my connection to Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary and all the other 12 who were here.
All right. Well, maybe you could share with me, and I could share with the viewers some where they could look into some of these written parts about this, because I'm sure most people have never heard of this. So it would be very interesting to find.
There are many sources. I'd have to write it down and take a look. I don't know by heart.
Sure. No, I meant after the show, and then I could add it to the notes, which would be very interesting, I think. So how do we know whether we might be part? There's viewers watching, and they might feel skeptical, they might feel interested, they might feel a heart connection. How can you tell whether you might be part of this group of women?
If you react to my paintings, then you are part of it, because the codes are there to make you remember. There's women who tell me that they have chills, or they feel heat going up their spine. A lot of reactions you can feel, or great emotion. I will show you one of them.
Yes.
Would you like to see?
I think that'd be great.
Okay, I'll show you one of the...
Okay, you've got Merita.
Oh, I have wait a second, I'll just have to close the curtain.
Yeah, because the light from the blinds is,
Yes,
there you go.
This is one of the channeled paintings full of codes there is a series of 9 of them. They are the rainbow colors plus white and gold. And each of them is very powerful.
You really can. I feel that you can really get lost in the paintings. You know, they seem very, forgive me for saying it, no offense, but they seem simple at first. And then you can really start to really get caught up in them, and they come to life in a very interesting way.
The most amazing thing is, like, people are not used to simplicity.
Yes.
They want long courses of how to become a master, pay thousands of dollars for retreats and weekends to wake up this amazing power in them.
Right.
And when I show something very simple, it's like, how does that work? How can it be? It is so easy. But that is the key now. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take a long time. It is becoming more and more simple and quicker to reach your divinity and allow it to stay.
So how do you maintain it? So let's say somebody does an initiation with you and they have like, ooh, they have a great feeling and they feel, you know, that kind of connection. How do you maintain that?
This is like planting the rose. The codes are planted in your pineal gland and in your heart. By looking at them in a visual way, the pineal absorbs it. The pineal is a connection to the infinite. And the heart is the connection to the soul. So it is not only about feeling so good and light, and you do feel like that when you absorb these codes, but then you may go through periods of letting go very quickly of the old energy that is still in you. I am not selling something that is magic and you just instantly become the goddess. No, it's not like that. It's like planting this code will allow you in a simple way to let go of old energies, stuck energies, and bring in the new ones. This is what happens when you look and you integrate these rose energies.
It's a beautiful idea. I love your I love what you share about the simplicity of it and really valuing that. It's something very hard for our modern culture to understand, that, you know, there's a big thing about it has to be expensive for me to believe that I'm really investing in something and getting something. And strangely, something can be very simple. And it's a wonderful point that you make. So if people are interested in working with you, where do they find you?
I have a site where people can read about my journey and see all the channeled art. It's easier through Facebook, that you can leave a message on Facebook.
Okay.
And I also have an email.
So would the Facebook group, would the Facebook page just be your name?
Just my name.
Merita.
Shoshan.
Shoshan.
I have a few Facebook pages, but it's
just to share one is fine. So Merita Shoshan, and the website would be
Merita Rose Energy
.com.
.wixsite.com.
I see.
/home.
Okay, well, you'll give that to me and I'll share it in the notes below.
Fine.
Okay, well, I want to thank you so much for being our guest and sharing about your journey and sharing about the Rose Way.
Thank you. I am so pleased that I can get this out to more people through you. I thank you with all my heart and from the Rose.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Merita, and thank you, Rose. It's my pleasure to be of service, and I know a lot of people are going to be drawn to your message. So to my viewers, I want to also say thank you for being with us today and watching this episode of Paint Yourself into the Picture. I love and appreciate, and I learn so much from your comments, so please comment below. I also appreciate your subscribes to the channel and your likes on the videos. And please stay in touch. My website is rebalinker.com and A2ZHealingSpace.com, our new healing center. Please check it out and get a nice goodie bag gift from us as well. Join us again next week for another healing conversation. Until then, remember, every obstacle is a doorway. We just need to look for the opening. Many blessings to you. Have a beautiful day.